Are you having problem getting your baby to sleep? Here I'm going to give us 4 tips on how you can help your baby to sleep. The first one is you keep your baby calm and quiet after feeding them. This will help them to feel comfortable, dry, nothing irritating them. Try not to stimulate or wake your baby. There's no how you cannot wake them up because you have to change the diaper. But it's not necessarily immediately. If you've done that immediately before they go to bed, you can try to avoid this after 1 to 3 hours. Even before you wake them up, you can feel the diaper to know if it's wet. Feeling the diaper will not really wake them up. But when we're trying to open the diaper, wake them up, that is when they get fully awake. But if you just try to know if the diaper is full, they will not wake up. And if it's not full, there's no need of you waking them up. It will not be necessary. If we have done what we needed to do, we're quietly putting them down after feeding and changing their diaper, then they will have a good sleep. The second one, make daytime playtime. Because during the day, when your baby sleep a lot, then definitely they'll be awake at night. But you want to make the daytime a playtime for them. We play with them, sing to them, do a lot of activities that will make them active and alive. When I said alive, I meant making them physically active. If they might have a nap, but not a long one. If they play with you during the day, they feel tired that they really want to sleep at night. But if the daytime is just really calm, too cool for them, there is no how they want to sleep at night because there is no activity. They've not worked, so their body is just relaxed and cool for anything missing. Talking and playing with your baby during the day will help us sleep for a longer period during the night because the baby has played a lot and needed time to rest and to relax. The third one, you put your baby to bed when they are drowsy but still awake. Most of the time we notice our baby, they are feeling sleepy, drowsy, but we still want to hold them for them to fall asleep. This is very dangerous. This is what happens to a lot of us, but that is part of what affects the child a lot. Because when they're feeling drowsy and we're still carrying them, making them, they sense our body. They sense there is something holding them that is not part of them again. But when they are feeling sleepy, when they are feeling drowsy, and we put them down, they are still looking at us. They are not fully asleep, but we can try to close our eyes while looking at them. That makes them think we are sleeping with them as well most of the time, and they decide to close their eyes too and then sleep off. And even when they wake up at night and we try to feed them and put them back before they fully sleep, it will be easy for them to sleep compared to when we put them in our hands. This is good to be done when the baby is still like few months old, because when they are getting to 9 months, 10 months, 1 year and much more like that, it will not be easy for them. But at least when they are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months, if we have made this habit for them, if we've been doing this with them, it really help them because they are used to it. But if they are not used to it, we can't just decide to just bring it up one day. And even if they are like 1 year, we can still develop those habits, but we just have to make it consistent. We can do it with them, sleep in bed. They will cry, but we are not ignoring them, but we are trying to teach them. We don't let them cry too much, but we just give them time to learn it, make it an habit, be consistent, and they'll be used to it. But the best thing is to start when they are still small. And the last one is we need to wait a few minutes to their cry. I'm not asking us to ignore our children. No, we are not ignoring them. Most of the time when our baby sleeps and they just cry, a lot of us decide to just pick them up immediately, put them to breast or feed them or lift them up to change their diaper, to do everything. Even if they're not fully awake, we have already stimulated them ourselves, which will make them awake. And we have to like calm them back to bed. But most of the time, we can just give them a few minutes, but we're not ignoring them. We are looking at them. They might not know that we are looking at them, but we are stylishly looking at them. If the light is off, which is the best thing to help baby sleep well, don't turn on the light. Move close to them. You can see if the eyes is open because the eyes will be white. You can see the color to know. Most of them, within few minutes, they just and you won't hear anything again. Then you can just leave. But if you notice they keep on crying, then when you notice 1 minute, 2 minutes, and they're still crying, you can be thinking, what can the problem be? Should I carry? Should I feed? When was the last time I fed him? What have I done? Have I changed the diaper? So those are the things we want to be thinking. But if we notice that we have done this, like we just did this few hours ago, then it's not necessary for us to pick them up. But if they are crying and we know they are not trying to calm down, we can just try to check their diaper. If it's not wet and they're still crying, then we can lift them up to feed them. Then after feeding, we want to make them calm down. Then we put them immediately back to bed after like few more minutes to make them sleep by themselves. I know it's not easy. Baby wanna cry, we don't. When they cry, we feel we are disturbing the family, we are disturbing the neighbors. Well, it happens a lot. But sometimes neighbors understand that we're having children. We don't let our baby cry for too long to really disturb the neighborhood. But at least we give them few minutes to just express themselves. Sometimes it might just be something start to them, so they are just doing this nightmare that is common to babies. Go back to bed, then all those things are things that we might be doing, but if you're not consistent in doing them, it will not really work for us. So try these 4 steps or 4 tips and see how it's gonna work. The first one, remember, you want to keep your baby calm and quiet after feeding, and you want to change the diaper. Number 2, we want to make the daytime a playtime for them to help them sleep well at night. The third one is you want to put your baby to bed when they are still drowsy, feeling sleepy, but they are still awake, but helping them to sleep by themselves, which will help you and help them to have a comfortably and smooth sleep. Even when they wake up at night, they will easily go back to bed. Number 4, you want to wait few more minutes. When the baby cries, you don't want to respond to them immediately. We can stimulate them the more.